Hey you, did you just get hacked? No, those were half of the crypto space. Welcome to the Flipside Crypto. Joining me as always, Tor Constantino. Welcome, Tor.
Good to see you, Martynas. Glad to be here.
Did you see that show, Making a Murderer?
I have not watched it, but I am going to. That's on my list. It's a fascinating program, but it's gotten great reviews, so it's there.
So we have something similar in crypto. For the viewers at home, it might be interesting to know that a hacker actually spilled the beans. Yeah, essentially he told it how he did it, why he did it, how easy it is. And today, half of the news is about hacks. Just a few weeks ago, a hack wiped out over 600 million, right? Are we feeling outraged, Tor? I think not. It seems like it's like a days ago, like, oh, the sun is shining, crypto's getting hacked.
So basically, if you haven't heard, if you've been under a rock, as Martynas is saying, this individual stole $610 million and then gave it all back. And then in addition, he posted a Q&A inside the transaction data to explain his views and why he did it. He claimed not to do it for the thrill, but for the money. This individual apparently works as a security consultant in the field of cybersecurity as a penetration tester. Moreover, he describes himself as neither a white hat or a black hat. Honestly, I'm conflicted over the story. Is it simply someone trying to make crypto stronger by demonstrating the system weaknesses like Ed Snowden did? Or is it a case of someone realizing that they couldn't dispose of the hacked funds without getting caught, and then they're backpedaling the whole thing? An interesting thing, I'd like to see whether or not Poly Network prosecutes this individual.
Yeah, it's actually, it may be even that Poly Network employed him. It's all conjecture now. Of course, this is complete conjecture. We have no idea. After the dust settles, we will see it. But in essence, just think about it. A guy comes in, steals it, brings it back, leaves a note. It's poetic. I love it, Tor. I just love the absurdity of it. And that to me, and to all of us, is crypto. Talking about crypto being ridiculous, did you see Elon's last tweet? I'm just going to read it to you. This is not me. This is Elon freaking Musk. Baby Doge, do. This is the man who's launching human beings to space. This is the man that investors poured billions into. Am I the crazy one here, Tor? Am I the only one who's saying, what is wrong with you people? And why do we care? Why do we care?
Exactly. I think that he's one of these individuals who is trying to grasp at some sort of relevance and press into some of these other areas. As a corporate executive myself handling public relations, we wouldn't tolerate this type of behavior from a senior executive, to be honest with you, because he's causing so much a focus to be off of, let's say, stakeholders and investors and on himself. And he's not doing his company any favors because his company lost about 300 million in valuation based on the fluctuations in Bitcoin, largely done at his hands. And I think we've talked about this before. I'm perplexed why there isn't an investor lawsuit in some instances because of some of the things he's done.
Yeah, but in essence, when you make your investors so much money, right? It's kind of how he went to Germany. So this is not crypto news, but still it's news. He went to Germany because of his opening up the Gigafactory, right? And the current Angela Merkel's new protege, let's just say in the Christian Democratic Party, went to him. And essentially, that new protege is not cool enough, but Elon is cool, right? So he's trying to align himself with Elon. And it just seems like the cryptocurrency space, at first they tried to be cool with Elon. Oh, we're getting recognized, etc. Now I see a lot more snark, a lot more irony, like from us. It's refreshing.
Well, I think he can make better decisions, to be honest with you. He's got some great ideas and some very exciting visionary projects in place. But you have to make better decisions, I think, especially if you're in the public's eye.
Now, and new listings, AXX on Coinbase, Baby Doge on OKEx. One of them is significant, right? X Infinity, definitely significant. For those that don't know, X Infinity has been tremendously successful these past few months now. And this listing is incredibly important for adoption, right? Now, Baby Doge, on the other hand, why should people care about Baby Doge?
If you're asking me, I don't, and I don't know the reason why. So of these two stories that we're talking about here, that Baby Doge is being listed on Binance and AXS is being listed on cryptocurrency, I completely agree. When we're done on the call, I plan on researching Axie and investing in it today. It's an interesting project with a great use case. Conversely, I'm not a fan of Baby Doge or any meme coin, frankly. Their use cases don't make sense to me, but at the end of the day, people love them and they are expanding the crypto space. So I guess we have to embrace them and welcome to the party, baby.
Yeah, when you said baby, I just went out, okay, so it's like the Justin Bieber of crypto, right? So you kind of, thank you for existing. You bring a younger generation in, but is it the right younger generation? Remains to be seen. This is just a cynic in me talking. Don't worry about it, folks. Now, BTC miners still into Ethereum until proof of stake is not here. Could you give us the spiel on this one?
So basically, as you're saying, Bitcoin mining firms and hardware producers are continuing their investments into Ethereum mining. And as you know, Ethereum has been going through the roof after its London upgrade. Hut 8 in North America, the largest crypto mining conglomerate, they're investing in NVIDIA hardware to mine Ethereum. That's first. Next, crypto mining company Hive Blockchain Technologies, they're continuing their acquisitive binge of BTC and Ethereum miners. And then Bitmain, a leading mining hardware manufacturer, is launching one of the largest and fastest ETH mining machines this year. To be honest, this is the nature of business. To reach scale, you need to either innovate or you need to buy market share through acquiring competitors. And these are clear signs that cryptocurrency sphere is maturing.
Yeah, it's definitely maturing, but I also had the great interview. It's now up on the YouTube channel. Please feel free to look at it. It's with the CoinGate CEO. Essentially, one of his biggest fears was that the crypto market right now is consolidated, is getting consolidated. Already, we're 12 years in, we're a bloody teenager, and we're already seeing both regulatory problems and we are seeing, look, it's consolidation, it's Binance, it's becoming harder and harder to be a small player. And that used to be the whole, the whole memo. Be small, become something big because of your good ideas. And I'm not a fan of it, Tor, I have to be honest.
Well, I think that isn't that the trade-off then? If we're trying to pursue mass adoption, there has to be some sort of economies of scale where there's going to be survivors that get bigger and those that can't compete are going to fall by the wayside. But I hear what you're saying. It comes back to the dual nature, the dualism, I guess, of cryptocurrency and the entire blockchain space. It's something that it's a concern, but I think, I hate to say it, I think there's a level of inevitability that we're facing here because we have to reach this scale to reach a point of mass adoption. But at the end of the day, the tech is there.
Yeah, but do we need to reach it this way though? Because if you remember, like in the US, there were at some point only 4 to 5 big beer companies, right? Now the IPA movement is here, right? So I'm not a big beer drinker, but I know enough people who are. In essence, look, if you want to have a beer right now, it used to be, oh, will you have a Coors Light or a whatever other beverage, not sponsored. And in essence, now you can have 50 types of beers, whichever you want. I hope against hope that we could have this adoption that's more native. It's more maybe even region specific, and then they can communicate together. Is this a pipe dream? Am I just idealistic at this point?
I think your observations are spot on, because as we're talking through it right here, at the end of the day, the technology still keeps the door open for little individuals with great products and great projects and fundamentals and a vision to still make a difference. And I still believe that can occur. We've seen it with, if you look at like the internet, that democratization of being able to launch a book, to launch music, to do all of those things. Those were, I believe, nascent steps for individuals to do it. And I think the blockchain and cryptocurrency movement as well amplify that and make it better. I think that all hope is not lost, let's say.
Yeah. Now, in other news, just get through it all. Again, it's the topic is all hail crypto mass adoption, so it's kind of covered. But in essence, it's just we're growing. We're growing at an enormous pace, but again, at what cost, Tor? At what cost? Now, could you tell us a bit about this growth?
To that point, I think that again, there are growing pains as we've talked about in the past, but there's also good and benefit to it. According to research by Block Data, over half of the world's largest banks, Barclays, Citigroup, Goldman Sachs, they're investing in major crypto and blockchain tech-based companies and projects. Right now, today, the entire crypto category market cap, we've pushed above 2 trillion again. That's real money, indeed. And there's real interest there. And we've talked about this as well. Last week, JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon reluctantly announced that his bank was launching a Bitcoin fund for high net worth investors. 2 months ago, he said he didn't care about Bitcoin. In the past, he called it a fraud and people who invested in it stupid. There's real money in this space, and that's why they're moving into it, these institutional investors. I guess money changes everything at the end of the day.
It does. It's beautiful. And we have to end on a sour note, actually. Another hack. 7 million stolen. Could you give us, the audience at home, a bit more clarity of what happened?
So, crypto crowdfunding platform DAO, they suffered a $7 million hack. The token sales site for startups has confirmed overnight that they lost $7 million worth of funds. It led some user accounts to be completely drained. More than 5,000 users had funds lost. Bottom line, as a crypto investor, we need to take responsibility over our own accounts. If you have large positions, don't store them on a hot wallet or a hot exchange. Get them into cold storage. Honestly, I think that's the best thing that we can do to protect our own funds.
Indeed, could not agree more, Tor. Wise words, and I hope you heed them, viewers at home. So, as always, we'll kindly ask you to like, share, and subscribe. And see you in the next episode. See you tomorrow.